Okay, guys. So example 2 says we are graphing y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 2. And we are only graphing for x is in the middle. Oops, trying to get a highlighter. In the middle of negative 8 and positive 4, and positive 4 is inclusive. Now for this one, as you can see, I'm just going to go in and tell you where negative 8 is going to be, which is right here. Your segment, and the reason I know is a segment is because we have one endpoint and another endpoint. Now this segment can only be in the middle of these two dashed lines here that okay. So there are multiple ways to go about this. You can start graphing it normally by going up at the y-intercept at 2, which let me go up. There you go. Go up at 2. If this doesn't, okay, there you go. Go up at 2. And your slope, guys, is negative 3 over 4. So go down 3 over 4. Down 3 over 4. I'm going to erase anything that's not in the middle of negative 8 and 4 in a little bit, but I am going to go beyond it. I'm going to go up 3 and then left 4. I want to make sure I have enough dots. Down 3, down 3 over 4, sorry. Okay. And then up 3, left 4, up 1, 2, 3, left 4. Okay. So can you see that the first time I did it wrong, I counted incorrectly. I'm going to go over, make this segment. Then we have to check to see if we have closed circles or open circle. And at negative 8, it is going to be an open circle. So erase my dot. Oh no, erase my whole line. And that's okay. I'm just going to go back, use my ruler, and connect these. Let's move this pen thing out of the way. Technology, right? It's amazing, but okay. So that's how I am graphing this one. This is a segment. I'm now going to go back in and erase this stuff because this is not supposed to be part of the graph. Just like that. Okay. Now, another way to graph this, guys, is to make a table. And if we make the table, we will start with the first x value that we see, which is the negative 8. The last x value that we see, which is 4. And we can pick somewhere in the middle. And normally my favorite middle number is 0 if 0 is the middle of the two given endpoints. And we're just going to plug it in normally. So when x is negative 8, it's negative 3/4 times negative 8 and then add 2. This allows us to say, okay, 4 and 8, we can reduce that to 1 and 2. So it's negative 3 times a negative 2, which is a positive 6. Positive 6 plus 2, it is now going to be an 8, okay? 0 times negative 3/4 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 4 times negative 3/4, so let's write that down. Negative 3/4 times 4 plus 2. Well, these are going to cancel each other out. So negative 3 plus 2, that is going to give us a value of negative 1. So here are the y values at the x location that we have chosen. We are going to plot these points. Negative 8, positive 8 for y. We're going to go up and open circle because this doesn't have an equal sign. At 0, 2, bam, same dot. 4, negative 1, close circle. At 4, negative 1, bam. And guess what? It's on the same exact line. Okay. Let's fill in the box below. I need to move some of these things out if it's kind of in the way of my writing. The domain for this, students, the domain is all values of x, and it's usually what you see here. Negative 8 is less than x, is less than or equal to 4. We can also use interval notation. Here's negative 8, open circle, so parentheses, comma, here's x at 4, close circle, so bracket. So I'm going to write or parentheses negative 8 comma 4 bracket. Your range is the y values, right? All y values that we can count or find. So the smallest range, this is your -1. So -1, this is your largest range up here, that's +8. So y is in the middle of -1 and 8. So -1 is less than or equal to, let me try to fit that in that box. -1, smaller number first, is less than or equal to y, which is less than +8. Or we can use interval notation, still going to be smaller number called a larger number. This is a closed circle, so that's going to be a bracket, -1 bracket, all the way to 8, that's parentheses, okay? So -1 bracket, I meant bracket, comma 8, if you like interval notation or inequality. X-intercept is when y equals to 0. I do see that it crosses over the x-axis right there, but it's not a nice number, so we have to manually find it, okay? X-int, y has to be 0, y equals to 0. So 0 equals -3/4x plus 2, minus 2 from both sides, so it's going to be a -2 equals -3/4x. We are now going to multiply both sides by its reciprocal, which is -4/3. This allows us to cancel, 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 cancel. But what you do to one side, you have to go and do it to the other. So we multiply that side by -4/3. So this also gets that. This allows us to say, well, -4 times a -2 is a +8/3 equals to x. And yes, we are going to write that as an order pair. So order pair is going to be, +8/3, 0. And can you guys see it's on the right side? It's in between 2 and 3, so that's where it should be. Y-intercept, we don't need to do any math because that's a really nice point. That's 0, 2. So y-intercept 0, 2. Now for this one, it's going to be decreasing because you have a negative slope. So decreasing, again, for its interval notation, students, we are only going to be using x. And because we have the domain already, so we're just going to copy that domain over. So it's decreasing over the intervals of -8x, and it stopped decreasing at a +4x. -8, not -infinity. Ooh.